Okay, so today's discussion is coming on. If something is offered which is not leading to the pleasure of Krishna, it is waste. Last few verses, last 3 verses were, this chapter proceeds like this. Krishna talks about charity, he talks about so many things in mode of goodness, mode of passion and mode of ignorance. Krishna elaborately explains. Even in the 18th chapter he'll explain some more thing. Knowledge, object of knowledge, knower, worker, intelligence, determination. All this Krishna will again explain in Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So basically and there was a chapter on 3 modes of material nature. The chapter was Yoga of the 15, that was, I think, 14th chapter. 14th chapter was on 3 modes, 17th chapter again Krishna is talking about 3 modes, and 18th chapter again he is going to talk about 3 modes. So 3 modes is basically very important analysis, and I had a mistake. I used to think the 3 mode is, can be defined in a simple way, that Sattva means when the mind is pure, Rajas means when the mind has some desire for sense gratification, and Tamas when the mind has a desire for sense gratification, the activities are also impure. I thought that's that much it is. No, there's something more. This kind of condition invites the force of the 3 modes to act. 3 modes is not just this condition, it's a force. When the mind is very pure, there are no desires of material, then there is the forces of the mind. Person feels very happy, he feels very blissful, he feels content in that condition, and this can also therefore become binding. And then the force of Rajoguna, when there are desire for sense gratification in the mind, but desire is just a thought, no, it doesn't have force in it. The force of that Rajoguna enters the system, which activates its desires and gives them life, and the harassing system, and dragging for sense gratification. And when Tamoguda, when not only desires are their activity, then the force of Tamoguda makes you dull, force comes. Okay? I'm just improving my analysis. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, all 3 are forces. It is said just like, suppose you are sleeping and you are drooling, water is coming like this, and you are very dirty. It's a perfect invitation for ghosts to come. Such people get haunted by ghosts. Those who don't keep themselves clean and they drool. Prabhupada says sometimes. It's a nice invitation. Dirty. The ghosts are all just like we are doing Harinama. Ghosts will run away even if they're there. They're there. Ghost means some living entity without bodies. Gross body is not there. Subtle body is there. But they run away. Just like when we are doing Kirtan now, whole city are there. Are those crazy people will come? You go to chef restaurant, so many people are sitting eating meat there. Tell them please come. They cannot come. 1 minute they cannot sit. You go to any bar, so many fellows are sitting there. Correct? Mangalore, somebody was telling, is the only city where bars are so decorated. Other cities is like in one corner. Nowadays they are like decorated. Whole city drinks looks like. So now, if suppose you invite those people, even if by mistake they come, it used to happen in one college, we used to have Friday evening program in one classroom, LH1. And when my class is going on, L1, and by mistake students were not knowing that actually they used to also place for reading. These students come and read for their exams. Medical college. Engineering college, nobody reads. So they used to come inside the room and hear a kirtan. We used to do 1 hour kirtan in the beginning, every time, and 1 hour in the end. And that's why so many people became good devotees. So they used to come by mistake and enter. Get a shock. And they will not stay there for a few seconds also. Book. Just run away. So don't worry. So when you chant Hare Krishna in your home, even though this ghost and all this variety, not one, there are varieties of them also. Just like we have varieties of people, there are ghosts also, there are varieties. So all of them will run away. holy name of the Lord is chanted. Okay? So we also therefore inviting sattva, rajas, tamas by our own activity. That force comes. Now Krishna has spent a lot of time explaining these things. And now Krishna talks about something very wonderful. He is saying that if we are doing certain activity, any activity it is, and in that activity, Krishna is not the object of satisfaction, that activity is waste. Now this is coming from Krishna's own mouth. Therefore, the word Om Tat Sat that comes. You may be giving charity, you may be doing worship, you may be doing so many things. But at the end, if Krishna is not satisfied, the whole activity becomes waste. Now this is the profound statement by Krishna. You see in the human civilization today, we have people, so many plans are being made. Now this way we will do this. And they have a plan, they will have this way. Now everybody is waiting. We had 1G, most of the mobiles are 1G. Now then 2G came, nobody updated. Now 3G came, now 4G is coming. And people are planning, if 4G comes, I will do this, I will do that. Now so many things. And people keep looking forward. When this facility I have, and this facility I have. But in all this natak, and Prabhupada gave the example, if all this natak, Krishna is not there, it's a waste. Prabhupada used to give example, Bhava Lagu Kriya. Prabhupada was giving a class, so they had put a big audio system and so many mic, this, that, but it was not working. So Prabhupada started laughing. Prabhupada said, this is called Bhava Lagu Kriya. You make big noise, big announcement, big advertisement, at the end it is just like North India, they say, Koda Pahad Nikli Choiye. You know, you get nothing at the end. So similarly, the civilization also. Bhagavatam has a very nice shloka for it. Bhagavat Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastram Tapaskriya Apranasya Dehasya Mandalam Lokaranjanam. This completely points to the same length. What does it say? Bhagavat Bhakti Hinasya. We are doing an activity but is devoid of any devotion to Krishna. We are not offering that thing to Krishna. Jati Shastram Tapaskriya. And there is a great families involved, Shastra, so much, studies are involved. In any activity you see in this world. Isn't it? And tapas, so much endeavor is involved after that to do something. Apranasya dehasya. But it is just like a decoration of a dead body. Mandalam lokaranjanam. Only some fools will clap. That's right. So even in our all devotion service we do, suppose we are singing, and I sing very nicely. Today I was singing. You cannot even repeat that. So where thinking some devotee has music ability, he can offer to Krishna. Everything can be offered to Krishna. But in case you are singing very wonderfully, but at the end you are not singing it for Krishna's pleasure, waste. Your heart will be empty, your public's heart will be empty. Correct? Therefore we sing the way it's simple. Not to make it complicated. It takes 15 minutes for people to get the tune when you sing some complicated thing. And where the rest will follow. So this focus should not be lost. That whatever we are doing is for Krishna's pleasure. And there was once one personality. And he had something, which is very, very light. Like sabudana. Very light. Sabudana dry is so light. It's so light. Like that, say chip rice, something very light he had. And somebody asked him, why don't you give something I'll offer to Krishna? He said, no, I don't. Then what happened when wind came? So all is that chip rice, I think, that flew in the air. So what he said? Govinda Nama. Now I offer it to Govinda. Anyway, it's the West because you want to fall on the ground. He said, no, Govinda Nama. So, this is our attitude of service to Krishna. Now, anyway, it's gone up my hand, let it be offered to Krishna. This is the mistake. So now you see in the civilization, so many things are being created. One devotee gives a very nice realization. Think about this. He says that, you see, 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya ordered that every village, every town, every man take this message of Lord Chaitanya. Correct? That is the order he has given. Take this message to every individual. What is it? Prithviche yatvache naguradi gram surat sarvatra prachahave morana. As many towns and villages are on the face of earth, my name should be broadcasted. This is the order of Lord Chaitanya. And you have to do it. Now you look at it, when 500 years ago this order was understood. Pure Parampara people, they understood it properly. When Nagaradi Grams means every Prithvi. Prithvi means earth. Some people found it so impractical to take it to the whole world. They said that actually he was referring to Bengal only. Because it was so difficult to travel that time. There were only bullock carts to travel. And where you will reach whole of earth. That bullock cart party, there is one devotees party which goes all around India. They take 5-6 years. Just imagine. And you are seeing all over earth, practically looks impossible. But today, we see there are so many facilities being created day by day. Twin work is happening by Krishna. One side, crazy fellows who are only creating these things for sense gratification are being engaged. Anything that is created, a mic is created, first thing they think how we can use it for singing, Krishna. Computer is created, how it can be used to play games or watch movies. Everything, if you scrutinizingly study, it is being created for sense gratification. And people are putting a lot of effort to use it for sense gratification. Okay? We can understand that's what is happening in the society today. New printer comes, I can print a nice photograph for the purpose that it is used for sense gratification. End is sense gratification. There is nothing else in it. End is my pleasure. That is because nobody is paying you, even building these things for Krishna's pleasure. But Krishna had second objective to fulfill this prediction of Lord Chaitanya. Every town and village, the message has to go. Therefore, all the facilities that we are seeing in this world today, we see the printing, now the went for book distribution. Previously, how you can distribute books? It is not possible, sir. Books were only available in temples. That also will be living, somebody has written. And if you want a copy, what you should do? You have to go to a temple. You have to engage somebody. Generally that time they were learned Brahmanas, not like today, birth Brahmanas who know expert in Sanskrit. They will not make mistake. And they will make a copy in good handwriting for you of the whole Gita with Tippani. If with Tippani means it will take more time. To copy this book, if you write by hand, I want at least 3 months. You tell me to copy. Sometimes teacher gives a punishment. Correct? You copy this chapter by hand and bring. So similarly, suppose I have to do it, it is like a punishment. And it will take me at least 3 months. And the kind of concentration people have today, I don't think they will in 3 months also they will not finish. They will write 1 page and sleep. It is so difficult. Therefore, books were only available in temples and people used to go in the evening, it's like you're all there, and they used to sit and they used to listen. But people's heart was so pure, because the technology has brought ills also together. Because we are distracted by TV and so many vices we have known. Their minds are very pure. They'll sit and listen every morning and evening, Gita and Bhagavad. They will relish and they will remember everything. There is no need to take notes. so happy. They can take some little bit of, basically Gita they cannot write. It's not that writing is bad, but they didn't need to write. That was there. In fact, before Vedavyasa wrote, it was not there only. It was only in audible form, Shruti. Later Vedavyasa wrote, but he wrote in leaves. And it was copied, it was there available in some temples, that's it. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came to South India, he saw something very nice. He saw two books which he liked very much. The one was Brahma Samhita, which he found in one Adikeshav temple. And then he found one more was Jayadeva Goswami Krishna Karnamrita. These two books, he got them copied. It's a big effort. Got them copied. Brahma Samhita will not take much, verses only. And Krishna Karnamrita. He got both the books copied and carried with him. And when Ramananda saw the book, so wonderful, please give. He gave and he also sat and made copy of it. Not like today. You go to photostat machine, 2 minutes it's over. Or you can get it printed, 1,000 copies are ready. So now we are having books printed. You can print in millions. Proper time was, Bhagavad Gita was printed 1.5 billion copies in America. And the printer said, these many Bibles have not been printed at a time, by me at least. It was a news event, it came in newspaper, 1.5 billion, and they came by train. So imagine, 1.5 million, 15 lakh. If we have courage to order 15 lakh Gitas, please supply. We have no courage actually. You order, Krishna will send people to distribute. That is the formula. But you have no courage to order. That is our limitation. So, Prabhupada is let the books come. Then Krishna will send people to distribute. Just see termites don't eat them, that's all. Prabhupada only that thing. See that they don't get damaged. That much care you take. Otherwise, don't worry. It's always good to keep money in the form of books. Instead of keeping money in bank, people become crazy. A lot of money there in bank, mind becomes very agitated. Oh, I can do this, I can do this, what to do. Correct? Whatever you have, when Prabhupada was leaving this world, one elderly gentleman came to advise Prabhupada, do something. You write some will, because all the money that you are having, these people will fight. You know, general, any elderly man will say, take care, write a will, otherwise these people will fight, your disciples will fight. Prabhupada said, don't worry. I will not keep one paisa. All the money I will print books only. Then what do you fight? Who will distribute? That's good. Who will distribute? How much you can distribute, number one. And number two is that it's a pleasure. It will purify the soul if it goes for distribution. So this is what it is actually. The printing is there. Now we have internet is there. We have TV is there. All the mobile is there. Telephone is there. Aeroplane is there. Cars are there. Correct? All these facilities have to be used to spread Krishna consciousness. We should not be shy. And there was one devotee said, two things we should not be shy. When we are doing business, we should not be shy in making money. Business is done for profit. Correct? And when we are a devotee, we should not be shy of eating prasada. But not that we overeat, but we should eat sumptuously. Sometimes people feel shy prasada. We should not be shy. At least in South India, they are not shy. There, every temple has a system of giving. North India, I don't know temples which, like South India, they give prasada. You go to Tirupati, give. I don't think the system I never saw. South India, it is quite. People go to temples for having prasada and they don't feel ashamed or shy or embarrassed. It's not Lord temple. Lord's home, we go to parents' home. You should not feel shy in taking food. Correct? Similarly, I think in South India, North India, at least I never saw. Firstly, I never saw any temple in my 22 years. And not temples only, like in South India we have everywhere. Some parks are there. In some park, they will steal some small place and a small temple will come. I never saw big temples in the city. South India, I think, is different in that way. A lot of temples. Okay, maybe Devata temples, but temples are there. Imagine how much they are invisible. The 22 years I didn't enter a temple. How much, this much they are invisible, practically, consciously. South India, you cannot do that. So big dwaras are there. So many huge temples are there. That privilege is there. So in the same way, we should not, just like we should not feel shy in making profit when you're doing business. Okay? We should not feel shy. I will tell you a story about that. Prabhupada was in one place in America, Detroit, and he came to know a beautiful mansion, Fisher's Mansion, is for sale. So what happened? One devotee, I think he heard in the net from one devotee, Hari will ask somebody. So he said that what happened was, Prabhupada came to know, he liked it very much, and he saw it is for sale. Prabhupada said, I want to see this building from inside. So devotees arranged, the broker was there and everybody was there. It is covered, this instance is covered nicely in Lilamrita also. So Prabhupada went inside and he saw this, Prabhupada saw every room, he said, my God, each room is worth $1 million, so beautiful. Then Prabhupada said, actually, this place has been made by Krishna and Krishna used this fellow. That's how pure devotee feels. Everything is for Krishna only. This place should be a beautiful temple of Krishna. And Prabhupada saw everything. He liked it very much. After that, the owner was a very, very greedy man. He was looking, Prabhupada is liking the place. Now I can take, that's all businessmen are. You're a little careless, you end up losing some money. And in Bangalore it is tough. Because Bangalore, there is no bargaining in the city. Whatever mukadam, you have to just see whether it is the right rate, say yes or no. There is no bargaining in this. Come karo, they will look at you up and down. Various, because here nobody bargains anywhere. Either in vegetable market or fruits, nobody bargains there. But you should know what is the real rate. Okay. So Prabhupada saw everything, and then there was a meeting arranged in the garden outside, that has a waterway which goes to the river. There are special boats. Everything is there. And everywhere knob is like made of gold or something. It's like $1 billion place. A billionaire made it, but somehow Krishna wanted to live there. So he had to leave it. For some reason he wanted to sell it. So Prabhupada reached that place. And Prabhupada saw, and then the garden they arranged a sitting and the broker is there, everything. So, there are so many protocols. Prabhupada straight away looked at the eye of the person. How much you will want for this? I like this place. Then he asked, did you like? Prabhupada said, yes. Every room I like. Exquisitely beautiful. I was looking for something like this for the Lord. So before the person could tell his rate, Prabhupada said, actually, the fact is, we are all beggars actually. We should give it free to us. We should donate to us. It is for the Lord's glorification. That man was shocked. Thinking some rate he'll offer. He is straight away started from zero. And then Prabhupada's broker was shouting, you don't directly talk through me, because they have to show you some role, otherwise, what commission they will get. Prabhupada directly started talking. He said 3 million. Whatever, I don't know exactly. He said, suppose it's a $3 million or $300 million. Or he said $1 billion. Prabhupada said $100 million. And devotees are shocked. There is no temple, money in the temple for this negotiation. There is not money. He is free. Krishna will say, I like this place, let me see. So finally it was settled for $300 million. He said last. Started from $1 billion or something. 300 million. Prabhupada said, okay, done. And that man was, okay, fine. And devotees came back, wondering, 300 million. This much money from where we are going to get? We don't have $1 million. So it is true, Prabhupada had actually maybe transcendental in his mind some seva for Ford. Ford had become a disciple recently, Prabhupada, and he is a billionaire. He came to know Prabhupada like this place. And combining with another person, there was the union. Ford has a huge union of labor. And the head of the union had died. And the rumors were so bad, some not died now, died maybe 50 years before. Rumors were so bad, somebody had even thought that the previous Ford to this had got murdered. So relationships were horrible. But interestingly, both had become proper disciples. The daughter of that fellow, union leader, and this person, Alfred Ford, both had become proper disciples. Both were rich. She had some heritage. Both were very rich. Both talked to each other. Service to Krishna. He said, I can easily give half more. Easily. He said, I can give another half then. Let us have this. And without knowledge of Prabhupada, they purchased the whole property and gave it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, you like this property, here it is. Now this man, deal is over, everything is over, money has been paid. This man, what he was doing, secretly, he was taking all some expensive things, sometimes it happens just like this belly hangings, all exquisite, jewelry and everything. He was loading in a truck and secretly running away with it. That theft he was doing. So neighbors, they knew this. They called up the devotees and they have purchased the place, this man is cheating you now. So the devotees came with the police, everything, they caught him there. And so why are you doing all this? Devotees asked, you're not a gentleman, we are giving you so much money. You're a rich man, you should not do all like this. He said, actually, it is worth $1 billion only. This Prabhupada has cheated me. So they went back to Prabhupada. They told Prabhupada, he was talking like this. Prabhupada said, yes, I know how to bargain. I know how to bargain. So like this, you see, in the service of Krishna, nothing should be thrown away. Person should be expert in the service of Krishna. Correct? The same way, there should be no hesitation. When Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada in Calcutta, he said we should use cars to spread and preach Krishna consciousness. Some sadhus are a little bewildered because they were avoiding all these things. They were thinking these are all Maya. Why it is Maya? It is Krishna's energy. How can you say it is Maya? Therefore, the Rupa Goswami shlokas come. What is that shloka? Something can you use for Krishna service, you don't use it. Falgu Vairagya Uchyate. What is the shloka? Anasakya Vishaya Yathaham Upayunjita Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Falgu Vairagya Uchyate. Correct? That is Yukta. So what is this one? Falgu? प्रापंचिकतया बुद्धिया हरि संबंधी वस्तुनः मुमुक्षुभिः परित्यागो फाल्गु वैराग्य उच्यते. Hari Sambandhi Vasuna. This thing could have been used for Krishna's service. Mumukshuvi. No, I don't know. Parityago. Phalgu Vairagya Uchite. Bogus Vairagya. Okay, so this is not the way. Oh, no. Why I should bargain for Krishna? No, bargain. Use it. How much planning proper did for Krishna? How much you see his proper letters. How much he encourages devotee. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. The devotee does something very nice, a nice service. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. This is real samadhi, like that he used to encourage. Yes, everything should be encouraged. In fact, Prabhupada used even envy in the service of Krishna. When the devotees are opening temple in Vrindavan, Prabhupada said, make it nice. Otherwise, it will not do good to your American name. American name. Why is he using all this? Yes, use everything for Krishna service. Here, Germany was not doing very nice in book distribution. Prabhupada wrote a letter. I thought Germans are best in Europe because Germans have that ego. That's why the two wars happened. They think they are the best in Europe, even now. So Prabhupada, I thought Germans are best in Europe. Then once he wrote a letter to one devotee. I don't think you can do as good as your brother. He started doing double. Anything, use it for Krishna's service. Now, there should be no hesitation. Okay, so don't hesitate. Srila Prabhupada ki Srimad Bhagavad